Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. And today I just want to talk about something that I think gets asked quite frequently. I have asked this probably many times over many years, and that's how to start an e-commerce business with no money. So there, there are a few answers to this question, and it's not an easy one, but it's definitely achievable. So I'm going to give you some standard stuff to start off with, just so that you can get the ball rolling right away, trying something practical. And then I'm going to tell you what's worked for me, which I think has been different to the norm, but I think that it is far and away the way to go. So, some of the easiest, most obvious things are going to be uh, things like print on demand, where you can sign up with things like Printify, Teespring. Um, it's literally going to cost you pretty much nothing, and you can sell products online that way. That's one popular way to go. Have I experienced success with that myself? No, but I know that many people do. So do yourself a favor, go watch, learn from people who have. There's a channel that I've watched quite a lot called Wholesale Ted. I know she does quite well with that. Um, Another popular one is drop shipping, where you can basically sell products and the actual distributors or manufacturers will ship it to your clients for you. That's another very popular one that, again, not something I've really gone too deep into. And I think that there's probably a lot of scope there. I know it works for a lot of people. The reason I haven't gone into it personally is just that maybe I just haven't got the formula right, or but pretty much because a lot of the advertising that I've done online has been on Google Shopping, where they're not fans of it, and on Amazon FBA, where it's not really going to be something that can work for you well, in my opinion. Those two are very popular things to do, which is why I've mentioned them right off the bat. I do think you should look into them. I do think you should even give them a try just to learn the game, but it's not the way to go for me. If you want to start a business without money, the reality is you need some leverage. And what's worked for me is what I'm going to tell you now. Now, specifically, if you're watching this video, you're looking to learn how to start an e-commerce business with no money, you have to take into account that there are costs involved. So my advice is develop your skills. And what I mean by this is there are people with money. They do want to invest. But if you just go off and you say, well, guys, I've got a cracking good idea, give me money, I want to start an e-commerce business. The bad news for you is that no one is going to give you money. That's just the harsh reality. So, I suppose maybe you've got some relative that's got pots and pots of cash and wants to give you a chance. So I suppose that's a possibility. But the reality for most people is they get very, very frustrated because they have this great idea and they put together a great business plan, or they don't, and they just don't have the money to do it, and it gets very, very frustrating. So in order to give yourself the leverage that somebody will put money into your business, or that you can start from scratch, it all comes down to one thing for me, and that's skills. So you need to develop skills in a few different fields. Some of them are more interesting and some are less interesting, depending, I suppose, on what you're into. But first of all, learn how to build a website. It's not that hard. You can obviously go the route of learning to code. That's a little bit challenging for most people. But these days, there are so many tools, that whether you learn to use Wix, Shopify, Squarespace. For me, my platform of choice for that sort of thing is WordPress. Learn WordPress. You can do it. There are stacks and stacks of YouTube videos. Learn how to build a WordPress website, and then learn how to add WooCommerce to that website. So you've got a website, it's got an e-commerce platform built into it. Is this going to be something you can learn overnight? No, it's not. But once you can do that, you can actually build something that you can show to people. Now, uh, there is an option like WordPress.com where you host it on their servers. My preferred way is to literally go build the website on a hosting account. So open a hosting account, register a domain, build the website, spend hours and hours and hours of your time learning, watching YouTube videos, channels like WP Beginner. There's just thousands of them that I can't even think off the top of my head, but teach yourself how to use an e-commerce platform like WordPress. It doesn't have to be WordPress. You can look at learning something like eBay, learning how to sell on Etsy, Facebook. The list just goes on, but learn how to sell. Try sell something. Try find a product or make a product and sell it. If you don't have the confidence to do that just yet, you can even look at, for many years, I learned how to build websites. I monetized them with AdSense and affiliate programs. And that was very valuable for me because even though it wasn't e-commerce the way I do it today, the thing is, doing that stuff taught me along the way how to do SEO, because you build this website and nobody cares about your website. Literally nobody cares. So you have to learn how to get traffic. So you wind up learning SEO. Then people come to your website through your SEO, but it's not enough. So you learn how to use Google Ads, you learn how to use Facebook ads. People come to your website and nobody buys a thing. So you have to learn how to write content. You have to learn how to write content that converts. You have to learn a bit of graphic design. There's so many good tools. You don't have to go out and buy the full Adobe suite, but you can learn how to use the free version of Canva. You can use, even the paid version, even in South African rands, the paid version is not expensive. So if you're living in a first world country where your money is actually worth something, it's peanuts. Go out and learn something like Canva. Is it going to make you a graphic designer? No. Is it going to teach you how to put awesome designs together that will sell stuff? Definitely. Small skills like when you put an e-commerce product online, you need to learn how to remove the background. And you need to learn what software does that. You need to learn how to do it. Now, I'm rattling off a lot of skills now that seem like possibly, I suppose if you're just beginning, it may feel overwhelming. And that's why I'm going to fall back to the first two things I said. If you want to build an e-commerce business online with no money, try drop shipping, try print on demand. Those are the easier options. But I think at the end of the day, if you want to build a sustainable business, you have to understand that you're going to need one of two things really. You're either going to need money, or if you've got money, you're going to need the skills to do it. So put yourself in the shoes of somebody with money that wants to start an e-commerce business. You have no money, which is why you're watching this video, because if you had money, you probably wouldn't be watching this video. You would just be going, hey, I've got money, I'm going to pay somebody to do this for me. So my advice is be that guy, develop those skills, learn how to sell things online with no money. And I know that sounds a little bit paradoxically, because how can I sell stuff online if I've got no money? But you'd be very, very surprised what learning skills can do for you, and just how much you can do for free, and how much you can learn for free online. So I think the best way to start an e-commerce business with no money, as I say, is just skills. Learn. If you're not sure where to start and you need a bit of a roadmap, when I get time, I will eventually put a course together. But I'm going to say this in the beginning: just learn how to build a website, because at the end of the day, the internet is built on websites. Will that be the final place you sell your products? I don't know. But I do know this: if somebody has money and they want to start an e-commerce business, they're going to need somebody who can build a website. They're going to need somebody who can enable that website to sell things online. So if you are the guy or the girl that can build a website, knows how to use an e-commerce system, I'm using again WooCommerce as an example, but there's so many. That gives you a little bit of leverage. If you've got some graphic design skills, that gives you more leverage. If you've got a grasp of things like Google Ads, social media marketing, that gives you leverage. The last sort of thing is try actually sell something. Even if you can't afford it, you've got no money at all, learn how to get traffic to a website using SEO and sell affiliate products. I did that for a long time. And did I make a killing? Definitely not. But it taught me how to get these skills. So I think the big takeaway is you can develop leverage, but your leverage will be your skills if you don't have money. And at some point, somebody's going to have an idea that does have money, and they're going to want somebody that can help them with to partner. And in my opinion, that's not the easiest way to do it, but it's the best way to do it. So forget about I think a lot of people just get this paralysis, like I want to do this, but it's not fair, I don't have any money. So change your mindset. This is not about moping around and saying I can't. The whole e-commerce space is about overcoming problems. It is literally overcoming problems. So if this is what you want to do and you want to start an e-commerce business, but you have no money, then go, right, how do I sell something? Look up a started affiliate program. It's a good place to start. Look at one you can sell, learn how to build a site, put it on there and find the problems. In the beginning, you literally don't even know what questions to ask, and that's half the problem. And by doing it, instead of procrastinating and sitting around, are you going to come up with something perfect that's going to work? No. I've got hundreds and hundreds of failed projects behind me, and I'm still learning every day, and I still have a lot to learn. But that for me anyway, that's the answer to how to start an e-commerce business with no money. And I would love to hear in the comments if you've done that before, if you've started an e-commerce business with no money. Would love to hear more about it, because I think that there's probably hundreds of ways that you can do this. And in the same way that you can learn from our mistakes, maybe I can learn from yours and from your successes. So that's basically it for this video. And I hope you sell stacks.